Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another comic book review. And today we're going to take a look at Mighty Morphin number 7, which is written by Ryan Parrott with artwork by Marco Rena. And once again, another great title from Boom Studios. Like I've said before, you got Mighty Morphin and you got Power Rangers. The two stories sort of coincide here. Mighty Morphin is more of a team, more of like the classic Rangers, whereas Power Rangers just follows the yellow, red, and black Ranger with Lord Dracun in outer space, whereas this is on Earth. And I prefer the Power Rangers book better, but they're both still very good. And you sort of got to read them both for the main overarching story. So in the last issue, it ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Well, every issue, for some odd reason, starts with a little flashback with Zordon and the Guardians of Eltar. So it always starts with that over 10,000 years ago. So they give a little backstory, every issue there, sort of advancing the plot with that. And I guess you can go back in the previous issues and read all the intros to sort of get more of a complete story there. So there's always some sort of flashback. And here's the main story right here. So the last issue ended on a cliffhanger with the Green Ranger actually turning on the other Rangers. And for a time, they didn't know who was under the helmet of the Green Ranger. And this is the White Ranger here. That's Tommy. And he's like the leader of all these guys. And they're having a battle. And this is one of Lord Zed's minions. And they're all turning against each other. And he's saying you got to have the Rangers surrender, which they do. And some of them get away, including the Yellow and Tommy, the White Ranger. And then you have Billy back here talking to Zordon. And he's like, what are we doing, man? What are we going to do? So, and Zordon's just like, oh, patience, my friend. We just have to think things through. And they get a transmission here from from Eltar. And it's Zartus, who was one of his old allies here from way back when. Lord Zartus stayed around, I guess, in his human being. And Zordon turned into this tube here. And they're joking around like, oh, your ego wouldn't fit in here. Aha. So he mentions to Zordon that we're dealing with a great threat here known as, I call them the Imperials, but if you want to read it right there, if, my pronunciation is off there, but the Imperials, who we actually heard about in the first issue of Power Rangers, and that's what set our group here on their own path, going with Dracun to sort of fight them in their own way, much to Zordon's dismay, because they had him in captivity in a cell, and he betrayed them. So then it cuts over here to Earth, and you have all this craziness going on now that the Rangers are gone. You have Fleesco, and he's saving the day, saving this old lady from getting her purse stolen. And right now, the monsters, under the command of Lord Zed, well, they were there on Lord Zed's behalf, are helping the people. And Tommy here is all pissed off. He's like, come on, this isn't right. We're the Power Rangers. So then over here, you got Promethea. And these are all the minions of Lord Zed. And these guys are in captivity. And this Green Ranger here was working for this woman, who I forget her name, but she was here sort of instigating things from the beginning. And then you got Tommy going over to his Megazord, rather, Tiger Zord, trying to get it operational again. Tiger Zord! And he gets it going so that he can fight back. However, it's not part of the plan. And Lord Zed sends this monster down here saying, nope, you can't do it. So, Rangers, I've arrived. I see you got your message. So, tell me, what do you think of my utopia? And he's just laughing, saying, oh, Kimberly, I didn't create the shield to keep people in. I did it to free them from your tyranny. All this is a gift. Humanity has been drawn into conflict that has nothing to do with you. You're soldiers in a war you didn't start. My deal, that's what the woman's name is, Miss Sterling. With Miss Sterling is simple. I would depart today, never step foot in Earth for one thing. You will give me Zordon of Eltor. Today I offer you peace. It's up to you to take it. To be continued. So, there's a sort of ransom here, and that they must trade their, I guess this is like their de facto leader, Zordon. Like I said, I'm sort of new to the Power Rangers lore. I just started reading it just to get away from DC Comics in a certain sense, and I've enjoyed it so far. but I'm still getting used to the names and the characters, and I don't know. I got to go back and watch the shows, I guess. I never really watched the shows. I watched the movies. I had a VHS of one of the movies from the 90s, and remember that, but I never really watched the show. But the comic I do enjoy, but however, I prefer the main Power Rangers book as opposed to Mighty Morphin, because the team is smaller and it's easier to understand the characters and all that, whereas this, there's like a lot of them going on. But overall, great artwork, great action scenes and stuff. I love it's sort of like a manga style art style. It's not like drawn like the American superhero comics. But I recommend it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.